Alright, imagine this for a second, a smartphone that is not just trying to compete with flagships, but is straight up trying to replace your DSLR, your gaming console, and maybe even your laptop. This is the Vivo X300 Ultra, and if these leaks are even close to being real, this might be one of the most insane phones we have ever seen. We are talking about next-level camera hardware, a massive battery, and a chipset that sounds almost unreal. But here is the real question. Is this actually the ultimate smartphone, or just another overhyped spec monster that looks good on paper? Before we dive deep, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a like, because we are about to break this down in a way you will not see anywhere else. Now, starting with the design and in-hand feel. Even though we do not have exact dimensions yet, you can already tell this is going to be a big and premium device. Glass on the front and back, aluminum frame, and that ultra-clean flagship look that Vivo has been refining over the past few years. And with IP68 and IP69 ratings, this is not just about looks. It is built to survive serious conditions. Rain, dust, accidental drops in water. This thing is made to handle real-life usage without you constantly worrying about it. Then you have the display, and this is where things start getting seriously impressive. A 6.82-inch LTPO AMOLED panel with a super sharp 1440 by 3168 resolution and a smooth 120 Hz refresh rate. But it is not just about numbers, it is about the experience. Dolby Vision and HDR Vivid support means colors are going to pop, contrast will look deep, and brightness should be excellent even outdoors. Whether you are watching Netflix, scrolling social media, or gaming, this screen is going to feel flagship in every sense. And thanks to LTPO, it can dynamically adjust refresh rate, which helps a lot with battery efficiency. Now performance. And this is where the X300 Ultra starts to flex hard. The Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 built on a 3nm process, paired with up to 16 GB of RAM and super fast UFS 4.1 storage. This combination basically means zero compromises. Apps open instantly, multitasking feels effortless, and even the heaviest games should run at max settings without breaking a sweat. And with that kind of power, this phone is clearly built not just for today, but for the next few years as well. But raw power is one thing, sustained performance is another, and this is where thermal management becomes important. While we do not have official details yet, phones in this category usually come with advanced cooling systems, and if Vivo gets that right, this could be one of the most consistent performers even during long gaming sessions or heavy video editing. Now let's talk about the cameras, because this is easily the biggest highlight here. A dual 200-megapixel setup is just wild. The main sensor is huge, which means better low-light performance, more detail, and that natural depth you usually expect from dedicated cameras. Then there is the 200-megapixel periscope telephoto lens with serious optical zoom capabilities, and even an optional external zoom lens system. That is something we almost never see in smartphones. On top of that, you are getting zeiss optics with T-star coating, which helps reduce reflections and improve clarity. There is also a color spectrum sensor that should make colors look more natural and consistent. And with features like laser autofocus and advanced image processing, this setup is clearly designed to compete with professional cameras, not just other phones. For video creators, this might be one of the most exciting devices. You get 8K recording, 4K at up to 120 frames per second, Dolby Vision HDR, and even 10-bit log recording for better color grading. Add in gimbal stabilization, and you are looking at super smooth, cinematic footage straight out of your phone. This is the kind of setup where you can genuinely shoot YouTube videos, reels, or even short films without needing extra equipment. And do not forget the selfie camera, a 50-megapixel sensor with autofocus. That means sharper selfies, better portraits, and improved video calls. It might not sound as crazy as the rear cameras, but it is definitely a solid upgrade over what most phones offer. Now let's talk battery, because this is another area where this phone goes all out. A battery that can go up to 7,000 mAh is just massive. For most users, that could easily mean a full day and a half, maybe even 2 days depending on usage. And when you finally need to charge, 100W wired charging will get you back up quickly, while 40W wireless charging adds that extra convenience. You also get reverse wired and wireless charging, which basically turns your phone into a power bank for other devices. Connectivity and extras are also fully loaded here. Wi-Fi 7 support, advanced Bluetooth codecs, ultra-precise GPS systems, NFC, even an infrared port. It is one of those phones that just checks every box. And then there is the ultrasonic in-display fingerprint sensor, which is usually faster and more reliable than optical ones. Another feature that stands out is satellite communication, but only on the top-end variant. This means in emergency situations, you can send messages or make calls even without a cellular network. It is not something you will use every day, but it adds a layer of security that is genuinely useful. Now, of course, we have to talk about the real-world considerations. Since this is still a rumored device, things can change before the official launch. Pricing is also going to be a big factor because with specs like these, it is definitely not going to be cheap. And depending on your region, you might have to choose between different versions, which can sometimes affect features like software or network compatibility. Quick pause. If you are still watching and you are into deep tech breakdowns like this, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out and lets me know you want more content like this. So when you put everything together, the Vivo X300 Ultra is not just another flagship. It feels like a statement. It is Vivo saying they can push boundaries in almost every area. From one of the most advanced camera systems we have seen, to a massive battery, to cutting-edge performance, this phone is aiming to do it all. The real question is not whether it is powerful, because clearly it is. The real question is whether all of this power translates into a better everyday experience. Because at the end of the day, that is what actually matters. But I want to hear your thoughts. Would you pick this over something like a Galaxy Ultra or an iPhone Pro Max? Or do you think those are still the safer options? Let me know in the comments. And if you made it this far, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and I will catch you in the next one.